What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I get these 20,000 steps in today. Let's move over this way. We got a bit of a hot day today, and the sun is behind me. It's 85. Continuing to get these steps in, even when it's a hot day like today. But let's talk about oversharing. I'm really seeing this a lot. Oversharing. And why are people doing it? I'm noticing a trend with people getting fired for what they post on social media, TikTok especially. Now, this really isn't new. You know, it's not a new trend. It's an ongoing trend. I think that's why it's perplexing to me. Employers have been checking out people's social media and firing them based on stuff that they post on there for a while now. So I don't understand why people are still managing to get caught up like this. You know, you're posting too much, you're sharing too much, you're saying too much, and it's resulting in you know, finding yourself unemployed, which is a very silly situation to find yourself in. I remember I saw this one lady. She had just got a new job. You know, she left some job. I don't remember what she was making, but she either was making high 5 figures or low 6 figures at this job. She quit it. She ended up getting some new job that paid her more, and she went talking about it on social media. I don't know how this ended up happening, but her employers learned of this and they fired her for it, because apparently they didn't want her talking about how much she made on social media. And I understand why in her case, because when you have different employees getting paid different wages, that can create some sort of conflict. So they could hire you in and are paying you a higher wage than someone else. It's kind of dirty, but they could hire you in and give you a higher wage than they've been giving to someone who's already been there, that has seniority. And now that they hear that you got hired in making 5, 10, 15 grand a year more than them, they're understandably so upset and want to know what's up with that. Why are they getting paid this and that and I'm not? What's up with that? So to avoid dealing with that scenario, a lot of these employers, they don't want you divulging how much you make. So she went on there, she told how much she made. She got fired. She was upset by this. She called up her someone at her old job. She did the woman thing. She cried. You know, she's a pretty, attractive woman, a Caucasian gal. She was able to turn on the waterworks, and they let her come back. They gave her her old job back. So she was able to get out of this, with employment. She just got to go back to her old gig. But I honestly don't think a man would have had that outcome. I think that, because let's just be for real here. When it comes to consequences for men and women, they vary quite a bit. When it comes to consequences for men and women, they vary quite a bit. I'm looking for a spot to sit. Somebody over there sitting. I see another place to sit, but it's all out in the sun, exposed. Can't be out here getting these steps in exposed, and then I'm gonna sit exposed too and just bake under the sun. So I'll figure something out. I might just sit on this grass over here and keep kicking it with y'all. Anyway, men and women, we get different different consequences. I really don't think a man would have, after making that mistake, would have been able to go back to his old employer. Like, sorry, I don't. I really don't. No one's gonna convince me otherwise, because I've spent my whole life being a man. I know that our consequences are different. They're oftentimes more severe. And, you know, let's just be real here. A man wouldn't have turned on the waterworks to manipulate, you know, the old supervisor who, as I said, she was a cute woman, likely wanted to smash her or something like that anyway, always kind of had a thing for her. So he's simping out. He wants to help her get her job back. Because now that she back there, she own him, right? She own him. So that's one instance of people oversharing. I've seen some other videos where people were doing a day in the life. They got fired for that. Those day in the lives, man, listen, if you gonna do those, you gotta leave your employer out. Many employers do not want you filming the facility that you work at. This is a no-go, non-negotiable, and they will get rid of you because of it. I seen a woman who worked at Walmart. She went doing like a 12 or 14-hour shift. She kind of was going through the day of what she was doing, filming the little scan thing that they use to look up inventory for customers. She got fired. A guy who, he was now working at a Finish Line. Where was he working at before? I don't remember. He was working at Top Golf. Guy got fired at Top Golf. And this wasn't even his social media video. It was somebody else's. He just happened to be featured in it. He got asked a question, whatever answer that he gave, the people at Top Golf didn't appreciate it, so everybody got suspended. That was featured in the video. And I don't know if everybody got fired, but bro man ended up getting fired. So y'all, social media can be a fun thing, but you gotta leave it just that, as a fun thing. I'm seeing people archiving too much of their life on social media. It's okay to leave some things off of it. Yeah, we wanna show people what we're doing. Okay, yeah, we want to show people what we're doing. We want to, like that trip. We want to share it. You know, different events. The spelling bee, your kid won. You want to share. I get it. I understand, but understand that there's a difference between sharing some things for friends and family and just oversharing. Like, some of y'all, you're doing the latter. You're oversharing. You're putting too much stuff out there. And nowadays, you got to really think twice before hitting upload. Is this something that could possibly, come back and kick me in the pants later? You got to know this stuff, man. Because one thing I saw in common is they all seem to be so confused by the fact that their employer let them go. And I say to that, how were you this oblivious to the fact that these things might not have worked out for you? The only one that I saw that I could kind of be like, yeah, that's kind of some BS, is the dude at Top Golf. Because that wasn't even his video, right? Dude was just at work and got asked a question. I don't even think he knew this was going to become a TikTok video, though he should have, since, it was people at work asking various different questions and stuff. He should have figured that out, but he didn't. But that's like the only one that I've seen, and I'm like, yeah, he kind of got a raw deal. That was some BS. Everybody else, though, man, this was stuff that was self-inflicted because they was just doing too much and posting it online. And employers, as I said, they doing more and more of looking at your online footprint and seeing what you're doing when you're not there. You could be like, hey, what I do outside of work is my business, and I agree with you there. But y'all that's filming the facility, they gonna use that to fire you every single time. So regardless of what all was in the video, let's say 95% of the video is somewhere else. That 5% that you filmed there at work in the facility, that's gonna be what that's gonna be what they gonna can you behind. So stop oversharing, y'all. Stop recording stuff at work, especially. Even if you don't stop oversharing, you should. But even if you don't, do not record work. Do not record what you're doing at work. Just don't do it. So I hope that lands for who needs to hear it. Appreciate y'all connecting with me. thumbs up, subscribe. Later.